You know what? You know what makes me laugh? You know what makes me laugh? And they're all getting exposed. They're all getting exposed. All these racist fucking geeks all online are all getting exposed.
Pussy!
All of them. The thing about it, yeah, I never saw this hate towards Jensen Button. I never saw this hate towards Jensen Button. I never saw this hate. I never see this hate towards George Russell. I never see this hate towards Lando Norris. Why do you think that? Think about it. People say, oh, I don't like Lewis Hamilton. Why? It's because he's like this. You don't fucking know him. At the end of the day, you don't know Lewis Hamilton. You know shit about Lewis Hamilton. Very simple. Very, very simple. You come out here, you try and make excuses. I don't like Lewis Hamilton because of this, because of that. But what it boils down to, you know, jack shit. Nothing. What's the real reason why you don't like Lewis Hamilton? What's the real reason? Because like I said, I never saw the hate towards Hamilton. I never saw the hate towards the other British drivers. I never saw so much hate towards one single British driver ever in the history. And I've gone back and I've seen them all. I've watched all the archives from the beginning of the F1. Trust me, if you want to know about F1's history, I'm the man. I am a historian of Formula 1. I know my shit. And through every look at James Hunt, universally loved. Everybody loved James Hunt. Everybody loved Mansell. Everybody loved Jensen. Everybody likes George Russell. Everybody loves Lando Norris. All the British drivers on, you can see Jackie Stewart. Everybody loved Jackie Stewart. Look at all these drivers surrounded on my backdrop. All universally loved. But not Lewis Hamilton. Why do you think that? Think about it. And I don't give a shit if you don't like what I say. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. I do not give a crap what anybody says. If you know me and you know me, you know how I stay. If there's something on my mind, I'm going to let you know. And as I see, yeah, the people, and it proves Lewis Hamilton's point. It proves his point. Just like when he was growing up in school, he was the odd one out. Just like when he was in his go-karting, they treated him like shit in his go-karting years. There was racist to his dad. When his dad was trying to ask for sponsors, his dad said, you want to sponsor the first black Formula 1 driver? You can imagine what they said to his dad then. And he fought for it. And now Lewis Hamilton's got a platform. He let people know last year about these Black Lives Matter, about diversity in Formula 1. And all the people said, oh, it's bullshit. Who is he? Don't bring it into sport. That's an excuse. That's an excuse to basically say, I don't believe in Black Lives Matter. Simple. So they make up excuses and say, you know what? I don't like Lewis Hamilton because of this reason. Let's face it. The majority of people that don't like Lewis Hamilton is because he's black. Let's face it. If he was a white man from England, from Stevenage, a white rich man, he came into Formula 1 and he was breaking all the records, you'd all love him. But because it doesn't fit the mold of a typical Formula 1 driver, you don't like him. Very simple. The hate I saw online towards Lewis Hamilton yesterday and today was mind-blowing. Actually, I expected it. You know what? I expected it. After that incident yesterday, and I thought, here we go. You're going to get the keyboard warriors. They're going to be coming online. And they're going to make up fake account, virgin fucking trolls. They're going to be making up fake fucking accounts. And they're going to be saying, oh, Lewis Hamilton. They're going to say the N-word. The N-word is going to be the main word of the day. The N-word. They're going to call him this and that. I could see it. And just as I thought, I went online 4 hours after the race. And what did I see? I was greeted with a big notice saying from Sky Sports that said, Lewis Hamilton is being bombarded by racist comments towards him. There you go. I saw this comment as soon as that incident happened. And Christian Horner, the fucking geek, Christian Horner and Helmut Marko. Really? Big advocate towards Black Lives Matter? Let's face it, come on. Helmut Marko from Austria in his 70s. He's really, really going to be for Black Lives Matter. Really. And people like Helmut Marko and people like Christian Horner with a big platform saying that shit, coming out and spreading hate towards Lewis Hamilton is fueling the fire, fueling the hate towards Lewis Hamilton. I was on this channel yesterday. I was watching this video, and this guy done a video. This stupid geek done this video yesterday, and he put at the beginning of the video, he put in his comment section, he goes, look, Lewis Hamilton's celebrating. Why is he celebrating after Max Verstappen's in the hospital? And if you go back on one of the interviews, which I'm going to bring up on audio, by the way, I'm going to put it online. I'll leave the link in the description below. He got that directly off Christian Horner. Christian Horner was getting interviewed by Ted Kravitz, yeah, and Christian Horner said the exact same thing, and that's where this geek got it from. And that goes back to my point that the people with the big platforms like Christian Horner and Helmut Marko with the big platforms, they're the ones that are fueling the hate towards Lewis Hamilton. Boom, Richard! And they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. There's only three people people that believe that Lewis Hamilton was in fault. That is Christian Horner, Helmut Marko, and Albon. Albon has to say something because Albon, the geek, 100% geek Albon, he has to say it because you know why? Because if he doesn't say it and speak up, they'll fire him. Very simple. Let's face it. If Albon come out and said in the press, come out into F1, Sky Sports F1, and said, oh, you know what? I think it was a racing incident. Let's see if we don't get his P45 the next morning. So Albon has to say it. So whatever Albon says, it doesn't mean nothing. But as I see it, yeah, the race, the hate towards Lewis Hamilton is a fucking disgrace. A complete and utter disgrace. And this is why Lewis Hamilton's got this commission. This is why Lewis Hamilton's talking about, we've got to be equal, we need more diversity. Point proved. Point proved. If finger was dry, if that was Lando Norris, and Lando Norris was in Lewis' position, let's go back, let's do that. If Lando Norris or George Russell was in Lewis Hamilton's position, and they done exactly the same thing, that same thing what Lewis Hamilton done yesterday in the first corner at Cops, no way they would be getting the hate that Lewis Hamilton's getting now. No way. No way would they be getting that hate. And if you believe that they would, you're a fucking geek. Very simple. And I don't care if you subscribe to me. If you don't like what I say, fuck off. I'm 100% truth to myself. This is why I've been consistent from day one. I've stayed the same. I'm not going to lick ass. I'm not going to bend over for nobody. The truth is the truth. If my truth, I'm going to tell you how it is. I don't care if people don't like it. I don't care if it offends anyone. I do not give a shit. And it doesn't matter what happens in the race. The racist comment towards Lewis Hamilton is not on. And that proves Lewis Hamilton's point, case and point, that we need more diversity in this sport, and we need more diversity at the people at the top. If anything, Red Bull should be suspended. Red Bull should be suspended. I do not care what anybody says. Helmut Marko, retire. We don't want you here. We do not want you here in Formula One. It's people like you that is bringing this sport down. People like you, Helmut Marko. Get the fuck out of my sport now. Do one, retire. I'm sure you got enough money. Do one. We don't want you here. Christian Horner should be suspended. And if anything, in my opinion, Max Verstappen should have got the penalty. He knew exactly what he was doing. If you watch that footage, you see him when he turns his wheel, turns it back, he sees Lewis Hamilton, then he turns it again. He thought Lewis Hamilton's going to pull out. No.
And if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver.
It was a racing incident, but if you're going to blame anyone, I will blame Max Verstappen.
Pussy.
And I'll go back to my point what I said at the beginning. Red Bull was fueling the fire more. It's like you get a fire, you get the hate, you got the haters on the fire, and Red Bull, Helmut Marko, and Christian Horner is just adding more fuel to the fire. More fuel to the hate. And they know exactly what they're doing. And if you don't agree with me, suck my black balls. Very simple. And the thing about it, what's funny as well, Charles Leclerc, you got all the drivers, Atmar, racing incident. Charles Leclerc said, racing incident. The majority of the drivers saying, racing incident. They got nowhere to go on this. This is Charles Leclerc's statement there. There you go. Read it and weep it. That's his statement right there, Charles Leclerc. Screenshot it, write it down. No one gives a shit. There you go. Point proved. Racing incident. Now, I'm going to get into this review. This race was amazing. It got spoilt by the negativity. What a comeback by Lewis Hamilton. Now, I'm going to get into this race review. What a race it was. It was probably the best race of the season. Best race of the season. I don't care what anybody says. It was the best race of the season. And he got spoilt by the racist fucks. He got spoilt by all of them. Look at what Lewis Hamilton done. He gets a 10-second time penalty, which to me, he shouldn't have got. No way should Lewis Hamilton got a 10-second time penalty. No way. At the end of the day, you got Max Verstappen tweeting from his hospital bed, saying that, there you go, my point again. That goes back to my point again about people with platforms having power, yeah, stirring the pot, adding hate to the fire, fuel to the fire. Max Verstappen, the stupid geek from hospital, tweeting or sending messages, putting messages on Twitter saying, how can Lewis Hamilton celebrate after what happened after I'm in the hospital? So what you do, you get these stupid Red Bull geeks coming online, repeating what Max Verstappen said. Repeating word for word, because the stupid little idiots, robot geeks, virgins, never had a girlfriend in their life, live at the mum's house, sweaty balls, got no sense, and they got no brain in the head. They can't think for themselves, so they got to repeat everything what he says word for word. Stupid geeks. They see these tweets and they think, yeah, I'm gonna say that online. They see what Max says and they say, and then they repeat it in the videos. Go and watch these stupid idiots. Go and watch, just type in a random video about Red Bull or what happened yesterday, and I guarantee you go in the comment section and you see exactly what Max Verstappen said word for word. They probably can't even spell. They probably copied and pasted it and then put it in the video in the comment section below. That's exactly because I can't even spell. They read it and they go, Max Verstappen says, how can Lewis say this after? How can Lewis Hamilton celebrate after what happened in the first corner at Cups? He said that's a bit disrespectful, and then you're getting these same geeks online repeating everything what Max said for word, and this goes back to my points about people like that, Max Verstappen, Helmut Marko, Christian Horner, adding fuel to the fire, and they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. You didn't hear Christian Horner or Helmut Marko or Max Verstappen go out and support the Black Lives Matter movement, did you? No. Or we race as one movement? No. Exactly. Now you can see why. Now you can see why. And they're going to bring out statements and say, oh yeah, we don't support racism after they're getting hate from the opposite, saying, why did you allow this to happen? Why are you putting hate online? Why are you supporting this? No. They're coming out and giving statements and saying, oh, we don't support this, just to cover their back. Trust me, they don't give a shit about re-race as one. They do not give a shit. And they know that Albon's going to fall in line because they know Albon one day will probably want to race for Red Bull. Or if not Red Bull, Toro Rosso, whatever they're called. And that's exactly what's going on. Politics, mate, politics. And Hamilton knows this. He knows this. This is why he's sticking around long in Formula 1 to get his points out, get the Hamilton commission. Very good. And I'm glad he is as well. So, we started off Hamilton. We're going to get into the race, man. I'm just going to tell you how I think. At the end of the day, the best man won. And I love it. I'm glad Hamilton won. He deserved to win. He got the penalty, which he shouldn't have done. Bottas played a good key role in it, pushing Charles Leclerc at the end. Yeah. And Hamilton came back from 10-second stop and go penalty in the which to me shouldn't have got. And he came back, put the hard tyres at the end. He came back, and with a couple of laps ago, he passed Charles Leclerc and got the win. And I was so happy. I was so happy. He deserved to win that, and he was celebrating with his family. So what? He's at Silverstone. He's in front of his home crowd. In front of his home crowd. You think he's not going to celebrate in front of his home crowd? What, because Max Verstappen doesn't like it because he's tweeting from his fucking hospital bed and saying to Lewis Hamilton, that's a bit disrespect. Go fuck yourself, Max Verstappen. Go and spin on that. It's very simple. And because you saying that, you get the geeks online, the fucking Lewis Hamilton haters, the Red Bull mark saying, you know what? Lewis shouldn't have done that. Lewis shouldn't have celebrated, because you know they're just copying Max Verstappen. Because they're all robot geeks. None of them can speak for themselves. None of them. None of them's got a brain between any of them. They're all robot geeks and they just follow the train. But with me, I ain't following nobody. This is solo P1. And for me, the best man won. And I was so happy for Lewis Hamilton. 8 wins at Silverstone. Equals Ayrton Senna's record at 8. He got 8 at Imola. And Michael Schumacher got 8 in Germany. And that was it. And yeah, and that was it, man. He got the 10-second time bonus. He won, and he deserved to win. And that's the review. I wanted to talk more about the review, but at the end of the day, I like to give you my point of view about what happened with these races. I knew it was coming. And I wanted to give you my view. And for people, for the people who follow me or subscribe to me on my YouTube channel and to support me, I'm with you all the way. Thank you very much. For the haters, just unsubscribe if you don't like it. Do one. If you're a hater, I don't want you to subscribe. I don't want your subscription. I don't want it. I ain't going to lick nobody's ass. If you don't agree with me and you're a hater, get off my channel. Very simple. I had some geek come on my channel and he didn't like the way one of my videos were edited. And he goes, oh, I don't like this. You might lose my subscription. This is to this guy. Go fuck yourself. I don't want your subscription. And by the way, you know who you are and I've blocked you anyway. So get the fuck off my channel. I don't want you here. Very simple. So this is Solo P1 signing out. Don't forget to hit subscribe button. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks time. And let's see what Sky Sports F1's got to say about this. You watch. You can imagine what they're going to do. Whatever. This is Solo P1 signing out. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.